Hi, it's Dr. Laura Jaggett, and today I want to tell you about yet another unpleasant experience that happened to me. In this Mominar, I want to address a question that most people ask when bad things keep happening to them. Why is this happening to me? I used to think it was just random bad luck and it was just my turn to be dumped on. But after some life experience and a new perspective, I know that it's never just out of nowhere. I've realized there is always one common denominator, and that is me, and it all has to do with my emotional state. Have you ever heard the expression, when it rains, it pours? When it's good, it often keeps getting better, and when it's bad, it often snowballs in that direction. I've noticed that, and I've come to this conclusion. You get what you feel. For the most part, I'm a very happy and balanced person. I do my best to write about all the good things that happen in my life so I can keep that good feeling going into the next day. But recently, I had a strong negative emotional reaction to something that I could not control. It was important to me and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And the disappointment was hard to ignore because it was right in my face. As practiced as I am, I still thought about that condition with a lot of sadness and helplessness. And it was my dominant thought for most of the month. And what do you know, my car was broken into and my purse was stolen. And then I encountered another condition I couldn't control, and I allowed myself to get swept away in negative emotion again. It overwhelmed me, so much so that I drove my car into a barrier arm gate and smashed my windshield. From a complete stop. It was right there in front of me and I didn't see it. The sound of the glass shattering was shocking, and it was as if the universe was shouting, "Snap out of it!" And I did for the most part. I didn't instantly become happy, but I managed to pull it together. And I remembered that I can only control me, my reaction, my perception, my attitude. It's easy to feel good when everything's going well. The key is to try to remain so when it's not going well. And recognize a wake-up call like I did so that you can pay attention to how you're feeling and readjust your focus. If you're in the midst of negative emotion, there's a lot of momentum that has led up to that point. Much like a car that's going 100 miles an hour in one direction, it can't just stop on a dime, turn around, and go the opposite way at the same speed. You have to slow down, turn around, and then pick up speed in the direction that you now want to go. Most people's emotions are in response to what happens in their lives. They're up, they're down, they're happy, they're sad, depending on the circumstance. That is conditional living, and you're just reacting to whatever you bump into. It's like being a victim of chance or fate, which I think feels very vulnerable, and it's disempowering. Now, you can't control the world or anything outside of yourself, but you can control your reaction to whatever happens to you. Yes, sometimes you bump into things that you don't like, that you don't want, but you don't have to keep going down the rabbit hole. You can stop it before it gains too much momentum and get yourself going in a better direction. It takes practice. It takes deliberate practice. And sometimes you get overwhelmed and it gets away from you and you fall into a pit of despair. That's okay. Try to stop the momentum by taking a nap or meditating or doing whatever helps get your attention off whatever's not pleasing you. The important thing is that you decide to begin again from wherever you are. I hope this gives you some food for thought. I hope these words give you a better perspective or validate whatever you're discovering. It's such a fun topic. Maybe we can talk about this more in a podcast. Well, until then, take care of yourself, stay happy, and I'll see you in the next Mominar.